Welcome to Fashion and Style. Today we will learn about the history of Bulgari. An Italian brand of jewelry and luxury goods, jewelry, watches, perfumery, leather goods and hospitality, belonging to the LVMH conglomerate, initially the initials of Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy, is a conglomerate multinational French. Started in 1884 in Rome, Italy, the company gained prestige as a jeweler, although its product range has grown over time to encompass watches, bags, fragrances, accessories and hotels. Its expansion worldwide is increasing. The name is often written Bulgari as in the classical Latin alphabet, where V equals U, and has its origin in the surname of the Greek founder of the company, in Italian, Sotilio Bulgari, born in 1857 and died in 1932. The origins, Sotirios Bulgaris. Sotirios Bulgaris, Sotilio Bulgari, began his career as a jeweler in his native village, Paramythia, Epirus, Greece, where his first shop still exists. In 1877, he moved to the island Corfu and then to the Italian city of Naples. 4 years later, he went to live in Rome, where in 1884 he founded his company and opened his second store on Sistina Street. What became Bulgari's most representative store, on Via Condotti, was opened in 1905 with the help of his sons, Constantino, 1889 to 1973, and Giorgio, 1890 to 1966. The warehouse soon became the place where the rich and famous came to purchase unique, high-quality jewelry, whose designs combined the art of Greece and Rome. The store is called Old Curiosity Shop with the aim of attracting Anglo-Saxon clientele from the United States or Great Britain. It was after 1910 when he began to specialize in jewelry, with creations inspired by the Parisian or American school. In 1932 his sons took over the management of the company. Sotirios died in 1934. That same year, they expanded the store on Via Condotti. It was inaugurated on April 9, 1934. The 1940s, World War II. During World War II, Constantino Bulgari and his wife, Laura Bulgari, sheltered 3 Jewish women in their own home in Rome. They were strangers to them, but the Bulgari took them in, outraged by the Roman ghetto raid in October 1943. Due to their generous action, on December 31, 2003 they were honored with the title of Righteous Among the Nations at Yad Vashem, Jerusalem. The 50s, 60s, La Dolce Vita. With the installation of the Cinecittà Studios in Rome, the Roman store sees personalities of the 7th Art Parade, Elizabeth Taylor, Marlene Dietrich, Clark Gable, Gary Cooper, Audrey Hepburn, Sophia Loren, Romy Schneider or Gina Lollobrigida. The 70s to the 2000s, the international expansion and diversification of Bulgari's activity. Bulgari opened its first international facilities in New York, Paris, Geneva and Monte Carlo in the 1970s. For several years, the company maintained a showroom in the luxurious The Pierre Hotel in New York. Over time, Bulgari warehouses have grown to 230 worldwide. In 1984, Sotirios' grandsons, Paolo and Nicola Bulgari, were appointed president and vice president of the company, while his nephew, Francesco Trapani, was appointed manager. Trapani's task of diversifying the company began in the early 1990s, with the launch of the Bulgari perfume line. During his tenure, the company became a luxury goods brand recognized around the world. In 1995, Bulgari was listed on the Italian Stock Exchange. The company has seen its revenue grow by 150% between 1997 and 2003, and outside investors have come to own almost 45% of its shares. In early 2001, hotel company Marriott International joined with Bulgari to form a new hotel chain, Bulgari Hotels and Resorts. The luxury group, of Marriott's luxury division, operates the Bulgari Hotels and Resorts, as well as the Ritz-Carlton Company. Its first hotel was opened in Milan in 2004 and the second in Bali in 2006. In 2011, Bulgari Bali was chosen by the readers of Smart Travel Asia magazine in second place in the classification of the best accommodation in Asia. I invite you to leave your like and subscribe. This way you support our channel to continue creating more interesting videos for you. Let's continue. The 2010s, LVMH's acquisition of Bulgari. On March 7, 2011, the LVMH Group, acronym for Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy, conglomerate multinational French announces the acquisition of 51% of the group's capital and its intention to carry out a friendly takeover bid. That same day, the stock rises almost 60% on the Milan Stock Exchange. LVMH's participation finally amounts to 98.09% in September of that same year. In February 2012, the Bulgari family sold LVMH shares for €236.7 million. The former director of Bulgari integrates the group's watches and jewelry division, while the former director of Fendi, from the fashion and leather goods division, assumes the direction of the Italian jewelry company. LVMH, owner of €3.7 billion in total, finally supports the development of the brand. It increases advertising investments, creates a purchasing center for all the group's jewelry brands, and announces its willingness to install the Italian brand in the square. Vuitton de Paris in 2015, replacing the jeweler Buccellati. In 2012, Bulgari has 180 own points of sale in the world. International development is accelerating, as is the purchase of brand franchises. Evolution of designs. The jewelry designed at the beginning of the 20s and 30s is framed in an Art Deco style with refined shapes and geometric stylization, always combined with the use of platinum. The 1930s are marked by more impressive creations with diamond motifs of variable cuts combined with a colored stone, sapphire, emerald or ruby. Some pieces were convertible and could be worn as necklaces and bracelets, as well as brooches, which could be transformed into pendants. 9. Forced by the circumstances of the Second World War, the Bulgari house changed platinum set with diamonds for gold with a smaller number of stones. The design becomes lighter and the inspiration becomes natural. Bulgari thus moves away from the strict rules of the French school and creates a unique style inspired by Greco-Roman classicism, the Italian Renaissance and the Roman school of goldsmithing of the 19th century. The post-war economic boom allowed a return to white metal creations set with precious stones and, above all, diamonds. At the end of the 1950s, Bulgari preferred softer shapes to sophisticated design. In fact, the use of large cabochons became widespread, becoming their trademark. The Bulgari style is also affirmed with its structured, symmetrical and compact gold shapes and the colorful result of its multiple combinations of precious stones. The creations of the 70s are distinguished by their diversity. They are inspired by fireworks, oriental art with the use of snake motifs, or even pop art with the Stars and Stripes collection applauded by Andy Warhol. At this time, yellow gold is one of the materials privileged and the use of oval elements set with cabochons surrounded by gold and diamonds becomes the Bulgari trademark, as well as the thick gold chain. The 80s are characterized by volumes, bright colors, simple shapes and stylized decorative motifs. In the 90s, the use of yellow gold continued but the Bulgari style was less structured. The subsidiary Swiss company, Bulgari Time SA, is responsible for the production of Bulgari watches. It was founded in 1980, its main facilities are located in the city of Neuchâtel and nearly 500 people work there. Watches represent approximately 20% of the company's total turnover. Bulgari has developed its own calibers and parts, including very complicated movements and basic calibers. The Bulgari watch collection has the following lines: Bulgari, Assioma, Retangolo, Ergun and Diagonal. During the Basel World 2006 Watch and Jewelry Exhibition, Bulgari revealed the complicated Assioma multi-complication model, which is equipped with a tourbillon, a perpetual calendar and a second time zone. Each of the firm's creations has as its starting point excellence and refinement, two constants in Bulgari's philosophy since its beginnings. Currently the brand has 155 owned stores and distributes its products in 600 jewelry stores and 14,000 perfume stores. That's it for today's video. What do you think of this great company? Leave your comment and I invite you to watch our videos. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for seeing us.